Yeah, g'day and welcome back to What Shano Thinks. Today I'm going to speak to you about my near-death experience and spiritual awakening. Like, what are the differences? They're they're so similar, but they're so different in so many ways. So I just thought I'd share with you some of the similarities and differences. And by the way, it was such a beautiful day today. It's still officially winter, but it's coming towards the end of winter. So I got out and got some sun today. It was so beautiful to get in amongst nature and did some gardening and getting my veggie garden ready so I can have some nice, fresh, organic veggies very shortly. I've missed that. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, I'm not going to speak too much about my near death experience as such because I've already done two videos on that. I will be speaking about it, but if you want to know more about that, maybe stop this and watch my other two videos first and come back to this one, and that way you'll have a better idea on my near death experience and what sort of happened there. I haven't told the whole story about that. There's so much more to it, but I try to keep these videos short because if you're anything like me, ADHD, I go, oh, bunny rabbit. And I'm halfway through watching a video. So, I want to keep these things as short as possible, to the point. As I say, as I'm babbling on about crap. Anyway, back to the video. Yeah, so my near-death experience, it was short and sweet. Let's just say that. It didn't take long. I can't put it into time perspective because time didn't really exist when I was there, when I was having it. Like it was like, yeah. Well, I learned that after my spiritual awakening that time doesn't exist in I don't know, in the fifth dimension, whatever. Whatever happens after we move on from here as we ascend, time ceases to exist, which is a pretty weird concept, but I learned that in my spiritual awakening. But the near-death experience, it apparently wasn't for that long. I'm not exactly sure how long I was dead, to be honest, but or how long it took in human time, like in our time. But and as I say, when you're there, there's no real concept of time. But I learned a lot in what seemed to be a very short period of time, and it was more not so much learning. Like now, during my awakening, I got taught so much stuff that I had wrong. Like I had to unlearn so much stuff that I thought was real, that I thought was right, and my spiritual awakening corrected that. Whereas my near death experience was more, it was just the first eye opener, so to speak. It was like, Shano, like you're looking at this all wrong. Big smack around the back of the head. Wake up to yourself. You're looking at it all wrong. And it made a lot of very big changes in my life in a very short period of time. So in that respect, it's very different. My awakening, I think it's still going on. I don't know. I'm not an expert. That's why I'm sharing with you guys. Hopefully you guys can help me out as well as me helping you. I hope when you watch this, you get something out of it. But please leave a comment down below if you have any advice for me. Like, I welcome the advice because I'm just winging this. Like I'm truly winging this shit. I got no clue. My guidance is purely from above, and I've been led to certain different people, certain different what guidance counsellors, as far as, spiritual counsellors, through all different things in real life, on YouTube. One of the ones that I know is definitely blessed is Jay at Getting Sober ... again. And I won't get the mug, but he's got a mug. And if you subscribe to his Patreon, after I think it's 3 months, you get the mug, and he's definitely blessed. So he's been a very big help to me. But I digress again. See. Anyway, so the awakening it's like a constant top up, a constant reminder. And because I don't take things in very well, I don't think I'm stupid, but it takes a lot of bashing over the head with me with the same information to go, have you got it yet, Shana? Have you got it yet? So I learn the hard way a lot of times. But that was the awakening part. It was more like, okay, have you got it yet? All right, now let's move on to the next thing. Let's move on to the next thing. And I'm sure, I know I'm still learning every day. I know there's so much I don't know. Whereas the near-death experience was a short thing, a one-off, that just kind of went, hey, Shano, you've got it wrong. Like, you're looking at life all wrong. Here's what it should be like. And then that changed my life dramatically, shifted my path, and it wasn't until many, many years later that I think I was trying to be woken up a few times. Like, looking back now in hindsight, I can see there was times when I was supposed to take a different path, and I kind of went, no, stay, stay away. I don't need this. And that's the other big thing, I guess, is, like, I'll talk about the sobriety part. When I had my near-death experience, not many people knew about it. Not many people spoke about it. So my mum was ashamed that I had attempted suicide, but I was also afraid to tell people about what had happened, because they'd say, you're nuts. You are definitely nuts. There's no way that ever happened to you. And I thought, well, if I'm going to get on in this world, I don't want to, I don't want people to think I'm nuts. So what I did was suppressed it for many, many years. And I used alcohol to cope with that, because it didn't feel nice. It didn't feel right. Hiding it, like, it felt wrong. And the only way I think I could deal with that is to drown it out with alcohol. So it's something I still struggle with today. There's a few reasons why I struggle with alcohol today, but that's one of them. I kind of felt like I had to hide what had happened to me. And since my awakening, I've been told that I've got to speak up now, and it's still scary. And sometimes I still use alcohol to go, no, I don't want to do this, and try and run away and try and hide. But the fact is, you can't. You can't run. You can't hide. If you're meant to wake up, they just keep knocking on the door and going, come on, buddy, you can do this. And so I'm doing much better now. But anyway, so see, I'm digressing a lot. So it's kind of, maybe I should change the title of this one. I thought it was going to be my near-death experience, my awakening, and maybe it still can be. But anyway, that is what it's about. It's so different. Like, it's similar, because you're still talking to the universe or God or whoever, source. They're communicating with you in a way, but it's short and sweet. Well, my experience with the near-death experience, it was short and sweet, but it was definitely profound. Like, I can recall that experience like it just happened. Like it is crystal clear. All the details are absolutely crystal clear in my mind. Whereas stuff that I'm learning in my awakening, it's like I know it, I learn it, but it's not like it's lasered into my brain. I have to, it's more subtle, I guess. I have to go, oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. They told me that. Yes, that's right. So that's kind of, yeah, a short version. I've got so much to talk about and I don't know what to talk about, but yeah, I've got so much to say. I will say, if anybody wants to know about my reoccurring dream that I had ever since my near-death experience, I started having a reoccurring dream. And yeah, I had it hundreds of times from my near-death experience all the way up to my awakening. Well, probably, well, when I think my awakening started, probably up to about 12 months or maybe 6 months before my awakening, this same dream about these grey metal balls, and I'm standing in, I want to call it space, on a little platform. But the dream changes from the first time I had the dream up until the last time I had the dream, and I've never had it since my awakening. The dream changed and evolved, and until I had my awakening, I had absolutely no idea what this dream was about, why I was having it. I asked so many people, like everyone, can you tell me, can you help me? Like I went to psychics, I went to people who apparently can analyse dreams and stuff like that, and no one could really explain it. But my awakening brought all that to light. So if you guys want to hear about that dream, because I really want to tell that story, leave a comment down below, and yeah, I'll make a video about that, because it's actually a pretty good story. So yes. Anyway, guys, better keep it short and sweet. I love you all. I really do love you all. And thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. And yeah, I noticed some more people are finding me, so I guess maybe I'm heading in the right direction. But please do leave comments down below so I know what you think. You can ask questions, you can tell me things, you can explain things, because I'm no guru. I know nothing. Like I haven't studied this stuff, and I'm hoping to get just as much help from you as what the help I can give you. Hopefully, hopefully I'm helping someone. But anyway, yes. Follow me on this journey. I'm sure it's going to be fun no matter what happens. All right. Love you all, guys. Love you all so much. And with that new love that the universe gave me after my awakening. All right. See you in the next one. And this is what Shano thinks. See ya.